okay. What's coming up next? Let's find out. It's Weeknight Update with Ellie Muller. Love the guy. And the morning show starting Rebel Wilson. Woo! And extremely early with Edward Scott. And that's all to come on Nick at Night. Take it away, Ellie.
On the glorious YouTube Dojo. Hey, you're not really seeing me, are you? It's Weeknight Update with Ellie Muller. And now, because it's St. Patrick's Day, this guy feels as though he wants to wear a Greek shirt today. Well, it is St. Patrick's Day after all, so why not? He is the one and only Mr. Ellie Muller. Ha! Welcome to Weeknight Update. I'm Ellie Muller. What's up, grasshoppers? Time out, ladies and gentlemen. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Same to you, boss. How was your St. Patrick's Day? It was all right. You know, of course, St. Patrick's Day is also being mixed in with Red Nose Day. Ah, I see. Any jokes, about leprechauns and red noses and things like that? No. I don't want to make the clowns and leprechauns mad, you know? Ah, I see. Because last time that anybody has tried any of those jokes, they got themselves into a lot of trouble. Yeah, that person did. Is that true? Yeah. Last time that people tried those jokes, they got into a lot of trouble. Yeah, well, don't worry. That won't be the case for me. All right? Oh, good. Yeah. All right. Now, let's get on with our Shoutout Spotlight winners, shall we? First off, the theme song composer is Dominic Mattis-Piano. We all know that. He's a great composer, great pianist or piano player, all that good jazz. The Color Beaker and the Camera Lady are first up on the Shoutout Spotlight winners list. They got great stuff going on their channels. They are great performers and all that good stuff. So please check them out. Bottle Chakra and Blingy, great voiceover work, and Eroy number 2004 with some role-playing related videos and things like that. All right? All right. Now, I hope that everybody is ready, for what we're about to do tonight. And right now, I'm glad that you are in a good mood because here we go. What's up? Here we go, huh? What's up? What's up with St. Patrick's Day? A day that will always be about being green. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you all, by the way. Kermit the Frog, the day is all yours. Wait a minute. St. Patrick's Day is pretty much over now. But whatever. But hey, did you know that St. Patrick, the guy who were actually celebrating was English and not Irish? I remember telling Susan Kane that last year, and well, let's just say that he didn't take the news too well. But then again, she woke up with me, last summer. So what should I know, huh? All right, now look at a bunch of traditions, shall we? People do eat corned beef during the holiday, and they also pick people who don't wear green, but the color that St. Patrick loves the most is blue. Well, at least some people will still have beer, but I do feel bad for those who are being pink. Doesn't it hurt to get pink? I mean, come on. And also, isn't that, pretty disrespectful? That's why I hope that nobody will ever get pinched. It's just messed up right there. I'm sorry, it's just messed up. Also, before Susan Kane and I went out, Susan Kane was actually promoting, Budweiser and Heineken. Yeah, she was actually selling beer, on TV. Of course, she also drank a lot of beer bottles at parties and things like that. And that wasn't an interesting. That wasn't a good sight. I'll tell you that much. All right. Well, here we go, folks. Here comes MP. It's time for another top 8 list. Let's see where we're at. Here we go. Top 8 list. Here we go. Thanks, boss. Tonight's category. Top 8 reasons why Nick at Night is done with the St. Patrick's Day party. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Nick at Night isn't really doing the big St. Patrick's Day parties anymore. We used to do the St. Patrick's Day parties, but things went completely down the drain, and these are the top 8 reasons why. Number 8, last year Susan Kane drank all the beer and it wasn't good. Number 7, Rick and Morty crashed our party 2 years ago. Number 6, 2 words, burnt food. Number 5, last year, the boss and I had to take everyone back home, and it was a nightmare. Wait a minute. No, actually, we had to take the executives home, and that was a nightmare. Everybody else was okay. The executives were insane. Number 4, Susan Kane had so much beer last year that she flirted with the bartender, and I had to remind her that she was dating the boss at the time. Number 3, an elephant actually ate one of the executives last year. Number 2, a juggler thought that was Kermit the Frog. And number 1, the only song that a lot of people performed was Being Green by Kermit the Frog. MP, thank you. You know the drill, folks, right? Hashtag Weeknight, hashtag Spread Love Around, hashtag LWO for Late Night, hashtag LWO for Adult Swim. You know the drill, right? Get those hashtags to trend, okay? While you're at, like this thing, subscribe, ring the bell, share with the chat in the comment section down below. We got Edward Scott coming up after this. We got a classic installment of the World Around this, and we got Your Talking Time, and a moment for everyone, and the experiment with Knuckles and Silver and the count of the week and blah, blah, blah. We'll be back. Kids still call it Weeknight Update. Now here it is, here, Friday night.
I'm an adult. I do grown-up things. Independence. Mommy, what are taxes?
So you're going to be shopping for carpeting soon, huh? Well, let me tell you what you can expect. You can expect high prices for one thing. But Empire still has 100% nylon pile carpeting from $6.95. And with others, you can expect to be charged a lot extra for padding and installation. But not at Empire. Empire includes polyfoam padding and professional installation. And with others, you can expect to wait weeks, maybe months, to get your carpet delivered and installed. Sure. But Empire has the carpeting you want in stock, so you can have it in days. And when you call 588-2300, who comes right out to your house with samples? Empire. Right, and who gives you credit terms with no installment payment for 60 days? Empire. Of course, and who gives you a Bissell rug shampooer absolutely free with 2 rooms or more? Empire. You can bet on it. So call Empire. The Carpet King.
588-2300 Empire.
Mr. Edward Scott and the boys. Happy St. Patrick's Day, lad. Same to you, Ed. Same to you. How are you feeling? I'm doing all right. Can you knock it off with the accent there? Okay, I'm sorry about that, man. Are you feeling all right? Yeah, I'm all right. It's the end of the week. I feel good. All right, great. Hopefully, next week will be better than this past week, because I'll tell you something. This has been one crazy week. Yes, it has. But it's ending on a high note. Thank goodness. And before we get through everything, I just want to remind you all that DLR from the Color Baby crew and the camera lady are still feeling ill, so I thought, why not, I'll show you, a classic installment of the World of Atoms. All right, how many of you can remember this?
Alrighty then, folks. It is time for another exciting episode of the World of Randomness. Strike up the band backstage at the circus, where it's a rainbow world for every boy and girl. When you feel down and blue, bring out the clown to you. Come take my hand here at the circus, a magical place to be. Dancers and acrobats, thrills and chills, that's just a part of what you will see. Join in the joy and you'll find that this is a rainbow world. Isn't it grand backstage at the circus, where it's a rainbow world? Tumblers and twists and twirl, children from everywhere hip-hopping through the air at your command. Here at the circus, we make your wish come true. The greatest show on earth, full of fun and mirth, and it's all here waiting for you. Join in the joy and you'll find that this is a rainbow world. It doesn't matter how tall you may be, for everyone here is a child. Whether you're 4 or 103, the horses are tame, it's the dreams that are wild. So join in the joy and you'll find that this is a rainbow world. And that has been another exciting episode of the World of Randomness. And the World of Randomness has been sponsored by Casting Shoes and in association with Nick and Night. And remember, when your late night TV breaks, they'll fix it for you.
That was incredible. Wasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, that was incredible. Excuse me. And, now that spring is just around the corner, I just want to say, when you have a minute, during the springtime, go out and see the circus, all right? And before we get into your talking time, let's have a moment for everyone, shall we?
same moment for everyone.
All right. You know, a lot of people will be celebrating St. Patrick's Day weekend by, going to bars or pubs and drinking lots of beer and things like that. I just want to say to those people, please be careful. All right, because, and please don't drink and then drive or anything like that, because, alcohol can really mess up your judgment. Okay, let me give you a little example. Okay, you know what? As many of you know, last year I had a girlfriend by the name of Susan Kane. Right? You've seen her on the show before she and I broke up. The breakup was very deep because we loved each other very much. Well, up until the break, or at least 2.5 months before the breakup. I don't really know what happened after that, but whatever. Anyway, you know what? There was this annual St. Patrick's Day party that Nick at Night throws for everybody every year, and it was crazy. Everybody was having a good time and things like that. Well, what happened was, during that particular party, Susan Kane, had a little too much beer, and as everybody knows, beer can very quickly impact your judgment. All right, and for Susan Kane, it happened far too quickly. Just about 2 hours after the party had begun and things like that, and the Aladdins, may they rest in peace, had gone away for the rest of the night or whatever, and no, the other people had left. It was me, Susan Kane, and a bunch of Nick at Night executives, and the bartender, right? So, Susan Kane, had a little too much to drink, and she started flirting with the bartender, right? I was devastated, of course, because I thought that she loved me, and then when I was standing like this, right behind her, she was like, "Oh yeah, that's the clown who does the show at Nick at Night at 2:30 in the morning. He doesn't mean much. We are dating, but whatever." I was devastated. It took us about a couple of weeks to actually get back into the swing of things, and even then, that didn't last too long. So, my tip to all of you folks out there is, please be careful. All right? And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's have some talking time. Here we go.
Hey, do you know what time it is? That's right, it's talkie time to know what he's going to talk about. So, let's talk about it. Woohoo!
Okay, now, St. Patrick's Day. A lot of people, think that St. Patrick's Day, is pretty much Irish and things like that. But St. Patrick, a patron saint of Ireland, was not, Irish at all. He was actually English. He was born, in England, but then he was brought to Ireland as a slave when he was very young. And then he escaped. And after becoming a shepherd in Ireland, he returned to England to become a priest. So, before, listen to this, okay? Before you judge St. Patrick, you have to know about his history, okay? And we all know about the four-leaf clover, right? And while it is considered lucky and it's connected with luck in the Irish culture and around the world, it's actually the three-leaf shamrock that is connected to St. Patrick, not the four-leaf clover. And here's another fun fact, okay? While, everybody always wears green on St. Patrick's Day, the actual color of choice, is not green. No, it was actually blue. That's right. The color traditionally associated with St. Patrick has always been blue, not green. And of course, the way people celebrate St. Patrick's Day is all the same. Corned beef, and cabbage, and things like that. And of course, beer. It's just, one thing that makes a lot of people confused, okay? People associate St. Patrick's Day with leprechauns as well. But what people don't know is that leprechauns are cranky souls. They're responsible for making the shoes of the other fairies. And leprechauns have their own holiday on May the 13th. So that begs the question, how come there was never a Leprechaun Day note on anybody's calendar? Why? Interesting question, huh? Very, very interesting question. Very interesting question. And I wish that we could fully answer those questions, but I guess we're left with a whole bunch of mysteries. But I'll tell you this right now, we gotta wrap this whole thing up for another night. Thank you so much for watching. The ending experiments are coming up right now at the count of the week. Random circle with knuckles and silver, musical performance time, blah, blah, blah. Next week is going to be an interesting one. All right? We're going to deal with spring, and then we're going to deal with rain, of course. I have a couple of celebrities on board. I don't know who yet, but you know what? You'll find out sooner or later. And then we're going to deal with anime. All right? So 2 things related to spring, a couple of celebrities, and anime. It's going to be quite an adventure. I'll tell you that right now. So have a good weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, as I said. And that's the news. I'm out. Peace. Farewell, bye, farewell. The ending experiments are starting now. I repeat, the ending experiments are starting now. And now it's time for the part of the ending experiments that we like to call, and so we do it, the random circle with knuckles and silver. This is going to be good.
All aboard! It's time for another episode of the Random Circle with Knuckles and Silver!
Wait, so, is this episode 14?
You're correct, Red Shoes. You're correct, Red Shoes.
Yeah, I have this feeling that some of our old conversations have been used during previous episodes.
When Nick at Night told us that we could do this on a regular basis, I thought that it was weird. Of course, that was before I realized that this is exactly what Nick at Night needs on its lineup right now.
I truly don't know, my friend. This has been crazy.
Wait, did you hear that the people who used to appear on Nick at Night with Joke Chowder are getting Joke Chowder back on another network?
Yeah, you're right about that.
Hey, what on earth is going on? Yeah. We have been hearing this conversation from our own house.
We're just talking about this show.
When
I often wonder the same thing too. There's no on my end.
Well, the Nick at Night executives think that it's a real show. Around 3 in the morning.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?
What time is this on? Yeah, when can people see this?
Around 3 in the morning.
Yeah, this is pointless. Yeah, let's just end this thing.
This has been the Random Circle with Knuckles and Silver. Yes, this is an actual show. This has been a production of Catching Shoes in association with Nick at Night. When Legend TV breaks, we fix it.
Good morning. I wonder what's coming up next. It's our last show of the night. Comment of the week with Ellie Muller. And then we'll switch over to Nicktoons to watch SpongeBob SquarePants and the Loud House. That's all still to come on Nick at Night. From me, Eric Beyond. Have a good morning. Bye.
Alright, folks. It's time once again to find the newest comment of the week. Well, actually, I'm about to discover this week's comment of the week. But you, are you ready? Here we go. Actually, folks, you know what? We actually have more than one comment of the week this week. Alright? You know, for this question, I ask you, because as kids, we have all experienced challenges. We have experienced challenges. But some of those challenges continue to influence us today. So, have you been through a childhood challenge that you are still going through today? Now, we have received a few responses. William Beanham said no. And I asked him if his childhood was easy, and he said yes. Okay. Now, Gaz Ratchet and Clank was one of our comment of the week winners this week, and he said, well, yeah. And he said that he was getting bullied. It's a person by the name of Adrian, bullied him. And she told him not to watch her TikTok, and she also used the F word on him. That's really rough. Really, really rough. Now, the other comment of the week winner this week is Rocky Volt 10, a frequent comment of the week winner and participant. He said he barely had any friends, and he was always the quiet one. And he managed to solve it, by talking with more people around him. We started reminiscing about the old times, and, he also talked about, oh boy, this mouse is not working out for me. But yeah, he also talked about how, he loves anime and things like that. Which gave me an idea for next week. You'll see what it is next week. But, what, this now puts, Gaz, Ratchet, and Clank a little bit higher on the count of the week, rankings for Grasshopper of the Year. This puts him on a higher spectrum. As a matter of fact, what, I'll tell you about that in a little bit, okay? Okay, now, what? Rocky Road 10 is still number one. Alright, Evo Amber 2004 is in second place. Actually, no, because Rocky Road 10 is still in first place, but Jazz, Racket, and Clank has moved up from number 4 up to number 2. William Beanham went from 3 to 4. Evo Amber 2004 is now in third place. Nev509, Julian Villarreal, Roberta Henley, and Zach are still in their respective positions. Okay, so there you go. And I have chosen the comments of the week. Originally it was supposed to be just one, but it's two. So there you have it. Hey, next week is another week, right? All right. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Or happy belated St. Patrick's Day to you all. As you people know, I recently began this campaign, hashtag Ellie Muller for Adult Swim. Because someone said that this show will be best suited for Adult Swim. But why? Find out I have decided to ask my little brother Adam. Yeah, he knows why this show is best suited for Adult Swim. Why does Weeknight Update have to be on Adult Swim? Why do you think that Weeknight Update belongs on Adult Swim?
Did you really just enter my fucking playtime and did this dumbass joke? Because it's stupid. It's the epitome of, I just woke up. What is on my screen? Why are you doing a backflip? That is your, what's it called again?
Weeknight Update.
That's Weeknight Update. It's, I just woke up. What is this man doing? Who is he? And why am I laughing? Exactly. Perfect.
Thank you. Well, I wouldn't say that Weeknight Update is stupid. You know, it does have a lot of bright comedy, but it is pretty random. So leave it to Adam to give you a little bit of honesty. Even though sometimes when he gives out his truth, he can be a little brutal. Actually, very brutal. Ah, yes, St. Patrick's Day. A day where people wear green and completely ignore the fact that St. Patrick's favorite color was blue, not green. Yeah, I know. Well, what did we learn? Well, we learned that St. Patrick's Day is a day when people wear green, and we also learned that St. Patrick actually loved the color blue. I know. Weird, right? Anyway, that's it for now, but before we leave, here it is, your musical performance time. Alright, folks. For this musical performance, I want to play something special for you. Alright? So, do you want to hear something special? Alright, here we go.